to Vancouver at the Bayshore show,
Yeah.
and so
Right.
it was.
And that was the Venice show.
Yeah, you think what people would like to buy, what they'd like to see, what Paul
A lot of them
wants
are
to
interested
paint.
in where we've been and what new styles I'm doing. And some of our clients have bought every single style that I've done.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
maybe 20 paintings from different periods, different trips, different experiences, and it's almost like they're collecting parts of our lifestyle as well with that.
Yeah.
When did we go to? No, are we going to Seville after this one? Wasn't it the next holiday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the next.
Because every 6 weeks in France, they get this holiday, which is
Yeah.
Well,
amazing. If you're not working, it's great because you can go anywhere you want.
or
for
if
a
you
week,
if you do work
That's
for
true.
yourself, you can coordinate it, right?
Yeah, it's great.
But this Seville was, of course, always on our mind because, with Expo '86, we had the president of Andalusia. Was it Andalusia?
My mural was supposed to be in Seville for the World Fair.
It was going to be act as Canada House, and
Yeah,
so for a couple of years we thought, oh yeah, '92
Yeah.
we'll go to Seville, and the president even sent us a letter saying, could Paul come
earlier
a couple of months
touch it all up
before.
and paint it again.
Yeah, what a shame that was, because I had rights to the reproductions, which I was
that would have
planning
been
to do again
that
for
would have been
Europe.
a heck of a year.
Yeah,
Profitable.
that would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah. Anyways,
But
we went to Triana, which is the area in Seville where they have the flamenco in all the bars and in all the clubs, and that was fantastic because the street people just go in and just grab their partners and do dancing all the time, tangos.
And Seville,
flamenco.
the birthplace of flamenco,
Just
so
amazing,
it's the
And you
subject matter.
Guitarists singing at the same time,
Yeah.
Well, and I always just hearing the tapping of their heels is enough.
That's enough to know.
That rhythm.
Yeah.
So that for subject matter is great. And then also we went to a bullfight. We took the kids to their first bullfight, and that was fantastic.
Yeah. So
They couldn't believe it, of course.
but
If
Paul-
you've never been to one before in your life, it's quite a spectacle,
Yeah, you're pretty high up. You don't.
I've been to lots, but I saw what's his name, El Cordobés. They
With
called
your
him
mother.
the Beetle of the Bull Ring, and I saw him with my mother when I was like 10 years of age in Spain, and that was
Because years ago, first of all, Paul grew up with the bulls on the farm.
Yeah.
And in the summer in Spain, no matter what, I mean, I guess you could turn the station, but bullfighting is on
it's
every
on
day.
every day, yeah.
Yeah. They've stopped a lot of it now.
Sure, yeah.
But
the
it's still...
cruelty to animal people have come in there, and
But your take on that was the bull...
my take on that is... we've actually seen 2 matadors killed by bulls
in Mexico.
Really?
in
Oh,
Mexico.
really?
Yeah, and it's
Terrible.
dangerous. It's man against beast. And the bulls, if they didn't have bullfights, those bulls wouldn't exist. Their main purpose in life is to live 6 years and then go and fight in the bull ring.
Yeah.
And not like cows which live 4 years and get slaughtered. These guys get to fight. And sometimes they get to take the aggressor down,
Yeah.
I kind of think of it as just, it's a blood sport, of course, but it's actually skill. It's skills against brute force against skill. And watching it, it's masterful. It's absolutely a work of art, watching especially a great matador dealing with a bull who's a wild bull like that, And all he has is a cape. And the sword doesn't come into it till the last minute,
But for the artist, again, with the outfits
I
and the
painted
cape.
many bull
For
fights,
Mexico, you did.
Yeah, I did them for Mexico. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you read about Picasso, I think his father...
Oh, he painted did drawings of
he
the
went every day,
bullfights.
every Sunday with
Sure,
his father,
sure.
especially because they're from the south as well.
Yeah.
So it's a custom in
Picasso
those
did.
days, right?
That was Picasso had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long in Seville? Because you were there for the expo.
A week.
About
It was
10 days.
10 days. It was the school holiday thing usually every time we did it. We flew there. We got a hotel. Well, it was actually
built
compartments built specially for the expo near the expo grounds.
You could, it was really, everything was actually brand new. It's sort of like cubicles, right? But everything in.
Like mobile homes.
Yeah, like a little mobile home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could then walk onto the grounds. And then, we went there every day. So, it was always interesting, what each country's offering.
Were you exhibiting at
the
expo? No.
No.
But there's lots of interesting.
It would have been great to do that.
Yeah.
But
we never looked into that either. I mean, there's so many things that artists can do. Like I always say, you got to be out there all the time. But it does cost you money to be out there as well.
Yes.
Like to make money, you got to spend it. And so, because all the shows, like even New York years back, it starts from 5,000 for 4 or 5 days, right? So, and you want to if you want a bigger space, I mean, you can spend a lot of money, right?
Absolutely.
But you don't get seen, if you don't have a big enough space, or at least we always like to have a big space, because Paul, exhibits larger works.
Yeah.
They can be as large as you want.
And so those two those two visits, that's a total of 10 days, but 10 packed days full of inspiration, photographs, ready to go back. And did you go to? You went to Barcelona as well. Was that straight after? Or was that a bit later?
Next holiday.
Oh yeah.
So then we went back to Cannes, I guess, and the summer. That's the Basque Country. We went to the Basque.
Oh, then
country.
You had the Televista.
Oh, I did a. Yeah, that's right.
It's the nomadic artist profile. It's the Euskal Televista. They
called me the nomadic artist.
There was a show called Nomadic People or something.
Yeah. And so they got a hold of information about me being a nomadic artist. And at the time, in Amethygus, which is the farm place of my family, they had we had a caravan that we were staying in, and next to the caravan they had this big tent in the woods with all there used to be a boat there. They moved the boat out, and all this was like a wooden planking and trees and a tent
studio.
And I put my studio in there and was painting there. So on the TV program, it looks like I'm in the middle of the forest painting. So that's why it's called the nomadic artist.
No, well, that was the show though as well.
Yeah, I know it was
nomadic.
called.
But the other thing is that, like Paul said, we can do it, somewhere else. Oh no, this is perfect.
Oh yeah, he loved it.
The tent is exactly what
with
we
all
want.
the rubbish around and.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
And then back
to Canada again.
Back to Canada, preparing for another show, another Bayshore. Was that
Bayshore? Yeah, another show at the Bayshore.
It was, and with the two, subjects like Venice, right?
Venice and the Bullfights and
Seville,
right? And
so those were the main topics. But like the Bayshore shows, I was asked recently, how come you didn't do more? Because this was the last show. It was only due to my time, actually. Like it takes months to organize these things, right? I mean, there's one, and years ago you'd have to mail everything out, and you have to get your invitations, you got to get everything framed. Anyways, it's a lot of preparation, and you're looking like the main idea with the Bayshore shows was we were bringing back something new
for
each
all our
time
clients
from
a
different country.
But now we're looking at bigger marketplace, so we were more interested in doing international shows where there'd be thousands of visitors and thousands of people seeing your work rather than a couple of hundred.
Well, there just wasn't time. We did the
Toronto shows many years of the Toronto
we did
show.
About 15 years Toronto, and the art expos and the jazz shows and any show we could.
New York we did a couple of times, and Los Angeles.
And we did the Montserrat Gallery there in Soho.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, even today, of course, it's more than ever. I'm not only online, but I mean, that's what's always exciting is that an artist actually can go anywhere because, we're always invited down to Buenos Aires and other.
Sure, they invite you.
China.
They don't pay for anything, though.
Well, you don't pay for it all.
We've been invited all over the world.
But it is great to go to those shows.
We've taken a few of them on. We've done a few.
We've done many. Yeah, many.
Just to recap, so all of that painting, all of the material was done in Sitges as usual, as per the previous years.
Mostly Sitges, the Basque Country.
Yeah.
For the show in Canada, a lot of it was done, obviously in Europe, and even some when I got back for the show.
Yeah.
Some special pieces that were big that I didn't want to bother doing over there to ship. I'd paint in Vancouver before the show started.
But this show was also the first introduction to the Lexon.
That's right.
Which gives you the freedom to
reverse
sketch.
Painted, like the one you got. Oh yeah, the one you've got.
Yeah.
That's going in a book.
What was it?
The photograph is going in a book.
Oh.
Yeah.
The one that...
Oh yeah. No, I'm not sure.
It's exactly that one.
You chose.
It was a face.
No, yeah, but you haven't got the photograph yet.
It was a wild face, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you? Was it hair sticking up on it?
There's one which has sort of it looks like kind of feathers coming off, like two feathers coming off his face, and another one looks like a mad guy, like kind of.
That's the one.
That's right. It might be that one.
I think that's the one that's going in the book.
In this other book right now.
We sent photographs to this guy who's publishing a book.
What book?
With about 20 of my paintings.
Oh, this
it's
is
called
another...
the 10... What is it called?
It's 10 top...
10 top artists, world artists.
Nice.
Anyway, we sent him a bunch of photographs, and he's chosen.
So he chose
one.
He
chose one. He chose yours.
Either yours or the similar, the one you brought back.
So
you changed.
Mine's gone up in value by like 5 times. So.
Yeah.
10 times.
Yeah. Brilliant. And
but we did do the Harley show as well.
Now, had you done a Harley show already, or was this the first actual show?
This is the first one in Vancouver, Harley show.
Right, because you'd painted them.
Yeah.
But we spoke about it before, didn't we, in the last episode?
Them in Europe.
That's right.
I'd done shows, but I'd done shows with the bikers.
Yeah, bikers.
They were biker shows.
Yeah.
Where?
It wasn't a one man, like in Vancouver as well as in Europe.
But also Cannes.
Yeah, in Cannes as well. But this was a private show in the hotel, in the big ballroom, with paintings and a real Harley on exhibit and a grand piano player playing.
But the reason it wasn't at the Bayshore...
The Bayshore wasn't...
It wasn't big enough.
It wasn't big enough, the room.
You couldn't bring in... And the ambiance at Pan Pacific is very modern.
That's right.
Which worked better
with the Harleys, yeah. Yeah.
No, very nice. And so, and this was a kind of end... kind of an end of an era of smaller one-man shows, and you just said that's because the market for you was getting bigger. Is that why, basically?
We needed a bigger marketplace. We needed to be dealing with. I mean, we do the show in Toronto. 50,000 people come past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking for rich people. You do a show in the Bayshore, you get maybe 200 people, and they've all bought my paintings before.
Yeah.
Well, you're always looking for special clients.
We're looking for new people.
Yeah.
And international people.
But it wasn't just that. It's just that it takes a great deal of time. Where when you do the big shows, everything's prepared for you. You do have to buy the walls, and you got to buy the seats and the tables.
They've done all the advertising. They've done everything.
Yeah, all the facilities, everything's there.
Done, yeah. They're so organised. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
For 50,000 people,
Well, with the Toronto shows, then they started up the Chicago show.
That's right.
Then the first year they started that. That was really wonderful because we said, okay, we'll do that, and then we got our booth. We didn't have to pay.
They painted everything. They carpeted
everything. Everything.
The lighting.
And
all we had to do was bring the paintings.
Well, no, they were all shipped.
Oh, they shipped them. That's right.
Our shipping was free, and they took care of all the customs and everything.
That's right. Yeah,
so we did a couple of the Chicago, which were great too.
Yeah, they were good.
Pretty cold, but really wonderful. And the restaurants are pretty great there too, and the jazz, of course. A lot of jazz in Chicago.
Brilliant. So what you doing today? What are you going to paint today? What are you doing?
Back to work.
Well, it's a new style.
A completely new style. We should send you a photograph of it.
Yeah.
You did, didn't you?
Canadiana. No, that's
this is different.
No, you haven't seen this.
Canadiana.
No one's seen.
Oh, no one's seen it.
Well, Anton said that's not a good